Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a brand new vlog. As you can see by the title, we are going to be doing books by Freida McFadden. Now, I have never read anything by her. I don't have a clue what her stories are about. I don't know what her writing style is about. I don't know anything other than she's pretty divisive. You either love her or you hate her. So I wonder which category I'm going to be in. I'm a little bit scared to start these because I don't want to go into books hating them and I don't want to expect to hate them. So I'm a little bit concerned because I have no idea which way I'm going to fall. But I am pretty excited about some of these. I am going to do, so far, this is what I have planned, right? Because we all know things might change. But so my plan is I'm going to do The Housemaid, which seems to be her most popular. And then I'm going to also read The Wife Upstairs, The Inmate, and Ward D. Those are the ones that I have ready to go that I'm planning on reading. I also have The X as far as saved, but I don't have it borrowed. The only one that I have borrowed already is The Housemaid. And I wasn't going to do this vlog just yet. I was going to wait a little bit longer because I really need to finish this book that I'm reading. But I'm getting kind of bored with it, and it's a bit of a slog for me because it's a reread, but it's not one that I really love, and so I just don't want to read it, but I kind of need to read it, and so I need something else to sort of alternate in so I don't burn out. And I guess I could have just listened to music or listened to YouTube while I was driving, but that's not the choice that I made, and so here we are. Now we get to live with the fact that I made this choice. So hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. I am getting ready to start The Housemaid. It's going to be the first one I do. I don't know anything about it other than we're following a housemaid and there's a Netflix adaptation. Maybe I'll watch it after I read this book. Who knows? I am really nervous. I have no idea. But hopefully, where they're thrillers and they're pretty quick and easy, it won't be too bad for me. So here's hoping. Welcome to the vlog. Okay, so we're just going to ignore how I look and how I sound because we're having the craziest weather here. It'll be 35 one day and then 75 the next. We'll have tornadoes and then we'll have snow. It's just been wild, and my sinuses are definitely suffering for the weather. So we're just gonna plow through because I'm halfway through Housemaid and I definitely want to go ahead and get this clip out because I've got lots of thoughts and I don't have a ton of time, so just gonna go ahead and do it. But halfway through, and I don't know how I feel about the book as a whole. Some of the language, some of the dialogue is very cringy. It definitely doesn't sound the way that people really sound. The conflict is that Nina, who is the lady that we work for, she's very over the top. I don't know. She feels kind of cheesy as far as our antagonist because she's literally I don't even know how to say it. She just gets so mad about stupid things, which I think is kind of the point, but it almost comes off as caricature, like a stereotype sort of thing versus it actually being really her. I don't know. And so I don't like her. I don't like Millie, who is our main character. I don't like Andrew, who is the husband that we're working for. I definitely don't like Cecilia, who is the little girl that we're, sort of a nanny for. I just don't like any of the characters. I don't really care about the story much at all. Um, yeah, that's where I'm at. I feel like they're making a lot of decisions that are really stupid. And I feel like as Millie, if I was in her spot, I would not be making a lot of the same choices, which I get. It's a book. People are going to make stupid choices. But I just feel like she's making her situation worse and not even in a compelling way. When I read The Good Samaritan, we made stupid choices a lot. But I guess I could figure out the motivations a lot better. It made sense that we were making stupid choices because we were distraught. Whereas in this one, we're making stupid choices because the husband is hot. Like, it just doesn't make a ton of sense. And, like, she has a crush on him and she's, like, in love with him or whatever. And I'm like, why? Why are you in love with him? Like, I don't get it. I don't get Millie's character a whole lot. And I think that's the problem. Like, I understand why she is staying at this job because she really needs the money and it's good money. Like, I get that. I get that she doesn't want to talk about her being a convict, and I can understand like those motivations. I just don't get the rest of it. You know, like she just keeps making really stupid decisions. It's gonna make everything so much worse. Like she keeps mentioning how, oh, I'm gonna make an enemy of Nina, and then she does the thing that would make her an enemy of her. Like, what are you doing? So I don't get that. And I honestly feel like the the way that the story is going, I feel like the obvious answer for the final like showdown conflict is too obvious. And because of that, I don't feel like it's going to go the direction that it seems to be going. I feel like it's going to go an unobvious direction for two reasons. One, everyone talks about Freida McFadden's endings. I don't even know that that sounded proper, but whatever. Everyone talks about the endings and that they're like, oh my gosh, just wait till the ending. They're so twisted and like out of the blue and like you're going to be so shocked. So I feel like the obvious answer is not going to be the obvious answer, which is fine. Like that's how a story should go. But I think that it's too over the top that you have now made it to where anyone with a brain cell may not feel like it's obvious. So that may have sounded harsh. But I don't know. And just feel like the way that the story is going, it's too over the top and it's too obvious to go that direction now. So it only makes sense that something different is going to happen. And of course, I'm not going to tell you what that is just yet because I would like to keep this as spoiler free as possible. Maybe until I finish the book and then do like a quick spoiler section. That way I don't have like 1,000 spoiler sections throughout this video, you know? So that's where I'm at. And I don't know. My friend really loves this book, and so if she watches this, I'm so sorry that I really don't like it at all. But I'm gonna finish it because it's not like so bad, and it's really short. I'm already halfway through. I have like 4.5 hours left. It's not that bad, but yeah, definitely not the best thing. Let's talk about the elephant in the room first. Listen, I know I sound stupid. Okay, it's fine. I have some sort of sinus infection. I can't hardly. I can hear out of this ear, but you know how it feels like when your ear needs to pop and you can like hear yourself louder. I've been feeling that all day. Turns out I can just chew gum and it'll help. It's already starting to help. My throat is dying, so we're just gonna go with it. All right. So I finished The Handmaid's Tale, and I liked the ending better than I liked the rest of it. I was not super shocked by the big twist in it in like the middle of the book. I kind of saw that coming, which is fine. It was still mostly enjoyable. Not the greatest thing ever, but it was fine. I can see why people would like it because there's definitely a good amount of twists if you're not used to those types of twists. I kind of saw it coming. So those didn't really like get me. But there were a couple of moments towards the end that were a little bit surprising. So, you know, it's fine. Not the greatest thing ever, but don't really regret that I read it, so it's fine. I will continue on with my Freida McFadden read. I don't know what I'm going to read next. I haven't looked at it yet. I just finished this last night, so haven't really had a whole lot of time to process. Definitely enjoyable enough that it's fine. That's really all that I have to say is that it's fine. The writing didn't feel as cheesy the more I got into the book. It just really seemed like the beginning of it seemed really cheesy. I don't know that all of the characters were fully developed. Um, yeah, I think that that's the big part of that is like they just felt very flat. Even when they're doing like villain type things, I just didn't fully, I wasn't scared. Like I wasn't feeling for the characters. And I don't know if that's because I didn't connect with the characters or if I just didn't believe the villains as much. So I don't really know. But yeah, so I'll try another one. All right, so now I'm going to start Ward D by Freida McFadden. This one, we're following this woman. She is a medical student who has to do a required rotation on this psychiatric mental health floor or whatever at this hospital. And she does not want to do it. The only reason she is doing it is because it is required. And she has these secrets of why she doesn't want to do it. And we don't know that from the blurb on the back of the book. So I don't know why she doesn't want to. I imagine she has some sort of history with mental health, psychiatric stuff, that setting maybe, or maybe even specifically that ward. She's going to be in Ward D, and she's there, and it becomes really clear quickly that it's not a good thing, that people are vanishing, and so everyone's kind of in danger, and she was right in not wanting to go back, or not wanting to go, or whatever. I don't know. So that's all that I know. I think this one, I had a friend read it, and she wasn't super thrilled by it. It was either this one or The Inmate, where she was like, I wouldn't recommend those next. But I really like psychiatric stuff, so that's kind of where I wanted to start. This one or The Inmate, but this one was ready now, and so I was just like, well, I'll just go ahead and take this one. So that's where we're at. I have no idea what to expect. I just know that Freida McFadden's endings is usually where everyone's pretty like raving about her. I don't know anything else, so that's really all that I can tell you at this point. Hopefully, I like this one more than The Housemaid, but everyone seems to love The Housemaid, so it might be downhill from here. All right, guys, I finished Ward D, and I'm not impressed. Okay, I feel like it was very dramatic, like soap opera y kind of dramatic, and so I just didn't like it. It was fine. I did like one of the twists. It was a pretty good reveal. I liked it because I didn't see that coming, and I thought that was pretty smart. The rest of it felt kind of like mustache twirly villain type thing. And at one point, one of the characters was like, um, she was getting curious and figuring stuff out. And I'm like, she didn't really do anything. I don't feel like she did enough. I feel like she was way too passive and didn't really do much. So I didn't really much care for her. And every chapter ended like a soap opera right before a commercial. You know what I'm talking about? That's exactly how every chapter felt. And it was very dramatic. It's like she opened the file and it changed everything. Like, that's not how stories read, especially when I feel like it was first person. And like, it doesn't read that way. Like, I don't know. It just felt really dramatic. And I could be wrong about being first person, but it just felt very dramatic. It wasn't it. It just was not it. But now I'm gonna try The Inmate, and The Inmate, we're following this girl who is a nurse practitioner, and she starts at this prison, and they're not supposed to share personal details with any of the inmates, and she's not supposed to get close to any of them, that kind of thing. But apparently, one of the dudes that's in there, she was dating as a teenager, and she testified against him, and that's why he's there. So I have no idea where it's gonna go, but probably gonna be very dramatic. I think Freida McFadden really likes her dramatics. Like, okay, it's fine. I'm not having the greatest time. I'm really not. But I am trying. Okay, everyone seems to really love her, so there's gotta be a reason everyone seems to really love her. And it maybe because it's very soap opera y and it's just like quick and like the chapters are pretty short, so it's easy to keep going. But she's fine. Okay. So, I am on the last book of this vlog. We're going to read Never Lie by Freida McFadden. This one, I don't really know the whole story about the plot. All that the blurb says is that Trisha and Ethan are newlyweds searching for a home, and they end up going to this home that's like off the beaten path, whatever, and they're stuck there due to a blizzard. They can't get out. And the home has been abandoned 4 years earlier when this Dr. Adrian, she's a psychiatrist sort of doctor, when she goes missing. And so now her home is up for sale and they're stuck there. So then Trisha ends up finding a secret room, and she ends up finding these cassette tapes from Dr. Hale's uh, therapy sessions. And apparently she starts learning all of these secrets and things that happened, and apparently lies that Dr. Adrian Hale told. What kind of lies, who she was lying about, I have no idea. That's literally all the blurb says. I have started it. I think I'm only like 2 hours in, so I'm not very far at all. But so far, we've gotten two perspectives. We've gotten Adrian Hale's perspective from 4 years earlier, whenever she was actively working. And then we're also getting Trisha's perspective from like present day, which is her and her husband are stuck at this house during this blizzard. That's literally all that I'm at. All I know is that Trisha doesn't like the house. I mean, she likes the house itself, but she feels really uneasy there. She really feels like something is off. So interested to see like what ends up happening. Um, that's really all that I know. This will be the last book for this vlog, and might be my last Freida McFadden. I don't know. Ward D was okay. Housemaid was okay. And then I liked the inmate well enough. Um, yeah, I don't know. Did I update you about finishing the inmate? I probably didn't. If I did not, this will be your update. So I finished the inmate, right? And I liked it well enough. We followed, oh, what was her name? Brooke. And I liked her story, and I liked the unraveling of everything. I liked the twist at the end, and I liked how we kept guessing back and forth of like who did it. Is her memory faulty? Like, can she trust herself? Can she trust other people? That kind of thing. I did like the reveal of things, and that's really about it. I liked the twist of it. Um, Brooke was fine. I didn't like her relationship with the dude that she created a relationship with in this story. It felt off, and I think that might have been the point, is that it felt off. Um, and the ending is a little bit interesting. If you know, you know. I do like the epilogue portion where it kind of circled back to some things that were connected to statements that other people had made. Um, so that was nice. I liked that. But it was mostly well enough, you know. So this may be my last Freddie McFadden, unless y'all can convince me otherwise. I finished Never Lie by Freida McFadden, and it was pretty good. I like the twist in it. I will give Freida McFadden credit for her endings. Her twists are pretty good. There's usually something that you definitely don't see coming. I am guilty of there's a connection early on in the story, and I'm like, that's too easy. Of course, that's who that is. I was wrong. So I will give her credit there, because I was definitely wrong, and I think that the twist at the end was much better than I was expecting it to be, and I honestly didn't even know like where this was gonna go. So definitely better than expected. Never Lie was definitely one of her better ones for me. I think that one and The Inmate are definitely ones that I really enjoyed from her. And when I say really enjoyed, I mean like probably like 3 stars if I gave stars. Whereas like Housemaid and Ward D are like 2 stars. Didn't really enjoy them as much. But I am really glad that I did this. I think if there's another one that's people are like, the ending is really good, I might give that one a chance. Definitely liked more of these than I thought I might going into this. So it's definitely a good thing that we've gone on this journey together. Definitely enjoyed figuring out why everyone kind of likes her. I definitely don't like her character work. It's definitely not like the greatest. But then again, I mean, they're real quick thrillers. I think the longest one might have been 9 hours, so they're super quick. To me, it's not like they're going real in depth in these stories, anyways. So it's probably just a product of that. Um, yeah, character work's not the greatest, but the twist, I will give her the twist. So there's that. If you like a good twist and you haven't tried Freida McFadden, maybe give one of these a chance if the premise sounded interesting to you. If you're a character person over a plot, you may not like these as much just because there's not a whole lot of character depth in these. So that's the end of our vlog. Have you read any of these? What others of hers would you recommend? Let me know in the comments and I will see you in the next one.